Ciao, lovelies. Happy Friday to you and me and all of us. And it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Let me know if you have any wins this week. I want to know what's going well. I always like to hear the good stuff. I hear the bad stuff all the time. So, once or twice a week, I like hearing it. It's so nice outside today. It's going to be in the 80s all week. It's so exciting, which means I can get the yard cleaned up and not sweat to death. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I'm going to give everyone time to jump on. I have 4 questions I'm going to go over today. I got 5. But your 4 might take enough time. So if I have time at the end, I'll throw the other one on. Not trying to make every Friday a super long video. I figure it can be about us. It can be about you guys and what you need from me. So as you go through your week, if you have questions, send them in. And Friday, I will do my best to answer them for you before the weekend. So you'll have the weekend to do what you need to do. Gotta love that concept. Ciao. I see you. Let me know if hashtag team live or hashtag team replay. Yeah, that is sometimes how that works, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm working on the weekends too, but I take care of my mom. So I have, kind of really no days off, honestly, but I'm all right with it. Ciao, guys. Yeah, there is my email, skiesburning.com, for those that can't see the questions. They asked how to send it, and that's sky@skiesburning.com. I bought a website, but I haven't figured out how to add an email, so I'll get all that fancy stuff eventually. I haven't needed it, and maybe doing groups because there are more people that might be important. Maybe not a bad idea. I already use Google Calendars, so that is fun. That is fun. Oh, lovelies. Just want to give everyone a second to jump on. Let me type what your wins were this week. Little epiphanies that you had, or situations that you were in that you handled differently than you would have. Oh, that's a good question. Hang on, I'm going to write that down. What epiphanies did you have that made you handle situations differently than you would have before? Question mark. Nice. I'm keeping that one. And this is going to be asked a lot. Oh, that's a good one. Love that. Oh, let me go check on Facebook. Make sure everybody is on with me. Bum, bum, bum. I will eventually learn how to, I think I have to be on my laptop to share from Zoom to Facebook. And because I take care of my mom, that is an impossibility for me at the moment. She would have to be gone from the house. Otherwise, she'd want to be in the video, which wouldn't be a problem, except a lot of my mindset changes have had to be because of parental influence. So I don't think it's appropriate. Plus, it's my mom. If I want her in the videos, she can be in the free group or on my profile. My opinion only. My opinion only. I just wanted to get on and ramble a little bit before we started. Oh, that's fantastic. You guys did a date night. Oh, how many weeks now? Is this your first one? Or is it, how many times have we done date nights? I love that idea. I'm glad you guys are doing that. I'll give you a second to type it. Don't rush. Dun. 2 weeks? So this is your second one. Nice. Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm excited. Let me know how it goes. Doing this regularly really puts you back in connection. If you pick new places and do a little, different things, it brings back a little of the adventure in your relationship. I'm so glad you used that one. I'm so glad you used that one. Yay, that's definitely a win. That is definitely a win. I'm going to check Facebook real fast. Dun, dun, dun. I think everyone's good and I can just concentrate on doing this. I want to check and make sure everyone's, knows where to go, all that fun, yummy stuff. I posted it in the group. I'll try to do that beforehand. That way you guys, it is in featured. So every Monday and Friday, if you forget, it is in the under featured in the group. And it has times and everything posted. And if you go ahead and put that in your calendar and schedule it in for every week to repeat every week, then we won't have this problem. Just a little hindsight. Just a little forward thinking. Hi, everybody. Let's see, what wins do we got? Let me get over here and check some stuff. Oh, taking time for yourself. Chelsea, that is fantastic. Fantastic. What are you doing for yourself? Like, what is your me time? Are you reading? Is it a shower? What are we doing? Just let me know. We're in no hurry. This is just questions and answers, so I can hang out for a second if you need me. If you don't, that's all right. If we have a week where there's questions, then I may cancel the Friday. Like, if you don't need me, I'm doing my job, and that's okay. I can handle that. Oh, my mom's looking out the back window. You will learn very quickly. My mom is 80 years old. She has no sense of boundaries, and well, she doesn't quite understand what I'm doing as far as teaching people online. I don't know if it just doesn't comprehend or something's going on, because I say, hey, I have a video. It'll take me about 45 minutes. I have a phone call. It'll take me about 45 minutes. And 20 minutes later, she's knocking on the door or coming outside or doing something. And well, I've learned to put a sign on the door and just be like, I'm busy. Red means stop. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. Let me grab my questions. Oh, wait, what did you say you were doing? I get distracted. This is why I have notes. You will always see me with a phone or a tablet or a notepad or something. That way I don't get off track, because I can ramble. And if people can talk back to me, then I will ramble for as long as I need to. It's just one of these things I do. Oh, good. I took a long bath by myself. Aw. Metal salts. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that you did that. How did it feel when you were done? When you actually took the time, you did it, you followed through, you did it the way you wanted to, you had your space, your environment set, what made you feel good. How good was that when you were done? How did doing that for you make you feel? I bet it was amazing. Ooh, I love that stuff. Yes. Yes. Oh, the geometry works. It is amazing. It is amazing what it does. All right, I'm going to check everybody on Facebook, and then I am going to get started. I'd hate to not include somebody. Dun, dun. I just bring my laptop outside. I bet I could do that. I bet I could do that. That might just bring the whole thing out here. Love it. All right. Everyone knows where to go. I'm getting off here. I'm going to just focus on this. All right. First question. How do I prepare for a session? Well, to be honest, it depends on the session. It depends on if they've had homework and we're just going to need to go over that and chat with them. Then I really can't prepare because there's no telling what's going to be said or what's needed or what's been done, what phase they're in, where they're at in the program, blah, blah, blah. So, for me, it really depends on the person and what we're doing. A group thing like this, I obviously collected questions that I was asked and I am sharing them for the group to learn so we all can get the same information at the same time. Hang on, let me change my legs. Oh, there we go. That was awful loud. All right. My hair is driving me nuts. I got to put it back. So for like Mondays, I will sit down and go over an outline and I write down major points that I want to talk about. And then during the actual video or the actual session, I will elaborate on them. If you give me a subject, I can just I can just go. So I have to keep everything outlined and organized so my thoughts stay on track, because I can start here and end up way over here and it's not helpful for anybody. All right, it's all going up. Not doing the hair thing. So it really does depend on the session. My one-on-ones that I've carried over, I'm not really doing one-on-ones anymore. I'm going to the group idea because it does help more people at once. And it also allows for you to know that you're not alone. So it is easier for me to put together a plan for 20, 30 people than it is for me to sit down and do one person, because one person will get super finicky and super worried about that it's right for them and this, that, and the other, when in reality, we all need the same things, just in different orders, at different times, at a different pace. That's what I'm able to offer in the Balancing Your Sexual Geometry project as a group. Is the two offers that I've made to people are the 4-month intensive, where you are walked through week by week, you do your homework, you're held accountable, you're making changes, and this happens fast. Or the month to month, where you may need 6-8 months. That is up to you. I know some of us are busy, and I gave that out to a couple people, and I really think that they could benefit from that. So it was something that I did, and I am able to offer to a handful each go around. Probably 2 or 3 times a year I'll be able to do that. But it is much easier for me to know that if I put out all the information, then you're able to go through it as you're able. Listening to me every week, getting the live coaching, being able to ask me questions and come on and talk to me one-on-one, face-to-face, because this is why I do Zoom, is I can bring you on. I can, we can share video and then everybody else is still muted. It's you and I talking. One of my favorite things about that feature is about Zooms. Why are words hard? One of my favorite things about Zoom is that I can actually talk to you live one-on-one, which if you have questions, issues, concerns, want to tweak something that you're doing, want to ask about something you're doing, that is a great way to do it and really makes it good for the group. I was talking about community. That for me is big on this. The one of the things that I love about the group idea is that you do know you're not alone. You know that there are other people going through damn near exactly what you're going through. And that can be comforting in and of itself. the nice thing about a private group is that everyone is pretty much told what's in the BYSG group stays in the BYSG group. And if you have an answer for somebody else, or you want to offer encouragement when they post, please do. This is absolutely meant to be engaging with engagement from you. So I totally got off subject. Preparing for a session for me involves research, going over my notes, remembering what I've been taught, and making it as easy and as, what's a good way? Instead of using keywords and using words like transformation and spiritual this and spiritual that, no, I don't need to give you the background on stuff. So what I do is I take all the stuff that I've learned and I translate it. And I make it easy for everyone to understand across the board, no questions asked. If you want to know its history, you are free to ask me, but I'm not going to go over the history of everything. So for me, it's essentially changing your mindset, giving you ways to do that, examples of how to do that, the tools to do that, your emotions, dealing with your sex life, having better communication. I just go over what I know and try to keep my thoughts in order so I don't go off on 8 different subjects instead of one like I just did because I didn't write notes down. I just thought, oh, let's answer some questions. Next. What type of approach do you usually use, and is it evidence-based? Yes, I am actually using what's called a methodology approach. I am not, my tagline is using traditional therapy with spiritual practices from, wait, that's a bold-faced lie. I got that messed up. Using traditional counseling with healing modalities from several spiritual practices. This allows me to use things from all across the world, from whatever time frame, however old they are. But these things have worked, they do work, they continue to work, and although they are called different things across time, basic use is still the same. So what I've done is I've put together a methodology that works in sequence. That's the geometry part. You get your head, you get your heart, you get your private part, essentially going through chakras, essentially going through triggers, essentially going through the mind, body, soul. However you want to word it. I'm calling it your head, your heart, and your private parts. How much easier, how much more plain language can I get? I can't. That's understandable. You know your head, you know your heart, you understand that, the sex part. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. Did not mean to do that. So some of it's evidence-based. I mean, if you want to look at the research, for sure. But I am not here to teach you anything other than how to make these things work for you. I'm not going to go into scientific detail. I'm not going to use terminology. I am not going to use, well, I might, depending on the word. But I'm not going to sit and say, okay, you need to do this yoga practice because any other reason other than it's beneficial to you in ways A, B, C, and D. You don't need the history of yoga. You don't need any of these things. That's dribble that you can get lost in, that has thousands of years of history to look over, and every culture does it different. Every culture believes a different way. Just know that yoga, when done regularly, releases things, negative things, bad things from your body. It is a timeout, it is centering, it is grounding, it is taking a minute for yourself. It is good for you, it is a good practice, it is self-care. That's it. What do you need to know? Do you really want to know all the mantras and the sutras and everything else that come with it? No, I bet you don't. I don't. I didn't. I took Kundalini yoga training and it's fun, but guess what that is? That is being sexy during yoga. That is using your body to accentuate your sex life by doing poses in yoga that you might use other places. Bare bones, fun stuff. So I'm trying to break everything down so it's easy to understand with all the crap behind it. That's what I'm doing. Science, it is both. It is a methodology and it is science-based. I'm putting them together because, counseling and healing modalities, I can talk to you all day long about your problem, but if I don't give you ways to get out of it, if I don't give you tools to use in your future, if I don't give you tools to use on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't do any good. Homework is just to get you thinking. Homework is really to make you sit down and do these things without me looking at you through a video or talking to you on the phone. Those things are things you need to do. You need to sit down. My job is to hold you accountable and hold space while you do this work. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to guide you in the direction. I'm going to give you the tools that you need to do the work. And then I'm going to watch you do them, and I'm going to hold your hand while you do. Next question. Have you been in therapy yourself? Yes, I have been in therapy. I was in therapy trigger warning. I was kidnapped and raped in college. And I went to therapy after that. Makes sense, right? So I am not in medicines and all these things, but I don't delve in them. If you want to smoke pot because it makes you feel spiritual, do it. You want to do mushrooms because it makes you feel spiritual, do it. I am not going to suggest those things for you. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a psychiatrist, and I don't want to be. I don't want the responsibility of putting people on drugs I won't take myself. So, yes, I've been in therapy, and it worked. Well, it helped, but I was already interested in psychology at that point. I was 18. I already knew I wanted to be a psychologist. So going to one, actually seeing how it worked and the rapport and the back and forth just made it cemented it for me. All right, what's my last question? Oh no, not last. How frequently should we meet? Well, we're going to meet at least twice a week. There will be days added. We'll go up to 3 or 4 times a week. You will see my face and I will be talking and I will be teaching. I'll be pointing things out and I will be having you do stuff. So how often and how regularly you can see me is going to be up to you and your schedule and how committed you are to doing this in your allotted amount of time. Yeah. If I'll do check-in phone calls, one-on-one check-in phone calls, maybe once a month. I will check in with you every couple weeks through Messenger or however you prefer and make sure that you're good and you don't need me that week. Because during these live videos, I will be giving you information. I will be sharing homework. I will be giving you things to do without me. I'm just here to keep you from getting distracted. It's good because, I get distracted, you get distracted, we all get distracted. It's like squirrel. And actually there is a squirrel, but I'm not looking at it because it's very cute and it's a baby. What's last? Oh, that was the last one. How frequently should we meet? Well, we have our initial call and I will, like I said, we'll do a check-in, a one-on-one check-in once a month if you need me. If you don't, that is just fine. But you will see my face at least twice a week for the next couple weeks, and then 3 times a week, and then it'll go to 4 times a week. So you take the time that you need and always feel free to ask questions. That is what Fridays are for. If you have a question you need answered before that, hit me up in private messenger or hit up one of the admins. We will do our best to get back to you within 48 hours. If it is emergency, you can always ask in the group and somebody else will be able to answer for you. I do have a family. We all have lives. This is something that I am doing because I love it. And I am trying to be as available as possible, but there's a lot of people not available 24/7. I do apologize. I apologize a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let me go check some stuff. What a good day. I'm about to go eat dinner. My mom made fried pork chops. Chat. Duh. I didn't even check the chat. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Let me go look real fast. I am so rude. Dang, let's go back. All right. Oh, lovely. Man, you guys are doing great this week. This is awesome. I love seeing this stuff. Yay, you. I'm so proud. I really have nothing with it. I just showed you some stuff. You actually did it. Aw. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I think we're about done. I only had 4 questions, and I hope I answered them for you. Let me go over them real fast just to make sure. How do I prepare for a session? Depends on the session. Depends on what I'm doing. There's a lot of research, a lot of note taking, a lot of making sure the right information across in the right way, with the right words, the right sequence. I know a lot of this stuff, so it's just basically sitting down and writing it out so I know what I'm going to sound like. Half the time I'll go off and do what I want anyways, so it's a general guide, if you will. I enjoy it. It makes my heart happy. I've been in therapy. Yes, I have been in therapy. What type of approach do you usually use, and is it evidence-based? I'm using a methodology, although I'm using science-based exercises and different tools and tricks to trick yourself and that you use regularly. They're science-based. I just don't want to go into all the terminology. It was hard enough to learn the first time. I'm not trying to repeat some of these long, fantastic words that really don't mean anything and don't do anything for you other than confuse you. Yeah. Dun, dun. How frequently should we meet? If you need me, reach out. If there's something I can do, I am more than willing to be there. If it's just a question you think somebody else can help you with, feel free to ask the group. If it's something you need super help with, then, PM one of us and let us know. Like I said, we will get back to you as soon as we can. I try to take weekends off to help my mom out and clean and all that fun stuff. So I do get on Facebook throughout the weekend. So I do check in. I do check in and never feel bad reaching out. That's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. All right, lovelies. I am so glad you were here. I hope I answered your questions. Like I said, if you have any more questions for me, please email them to sky@skiesburning.com. Put the subject BYSG Q&A or Friday Q&A or something. That way I know where it's directed and what I need to do with it. Excuse me. That's lovely. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Friday, y'all. I love you. We will chat soon. Ciao.